Hi, Kelsey. This is Patty. This is actually the first time I'm doing this. I'm making a video of the answer to your question. I haven't ever done a video before, but this question was so complicated it warrants a video. So here I am. I'm going to go into instructor mode. So the question said that the volume of the cylinder is the area of the base times the height. And then it gave you, so this is the formula, volume equals base times height. It gave you the volume and it gave you the height and asked you to find the base. That's the big question mark. Can you still see it? Yes. And so if we know that H times B equals V, then I can write H, which is 4x, times B, which is this mystery number, equals the volume, which is 28x to the fifth minus 20x to the fourth plus 32x squared. So I don't know if if you remember distribution, like with polynomials, the distribution property, which just as an aside says that if you have a number, say 2, and you're multiplying it by something in parentheses, you can have a polynomial here. Let's say I had x squared plus 3x. This is just an example. This has nothing to do with the actual problem, but just a reminder is I can distribute the 2 across these. So I can say 2 times x squared equals 2x squared, right? And then plus, and then 2 times 3x equals 2 times 3 is 6, and then bring the x over, 6x. So we're going to solve this by using this same principle. So hopefully that makes sense. The other thing to think about is when I write my 4x, the exponent implied right here, the exponent is the little number. This is the exponent. This is the exponent. When there's just an x, it's implied it's a 1, right? So now let's see what's going to go in this parentheses. So I have 4x times what is going to give me these 3 polynomials. So in this parentheses, there's going to be 3 polynomials. Just like in this one, there's 2 polynomials, and it gave me 2 times this equals this, 2 times this equals this. So let's look at this one. So I have 4x, that to the first power is implied, times what is going to give me this. So now let's look back at this each time. So 4x, we're going to take each polynomial separately, each element of the polynomial separately. So 4x times what is going to give me 28x to the fifth. So I take the numbers separate from the x's. So 4 times what equals 28? That's right, 7. 4 times 7 equals 28. And then x to the first power times what is going to give me x to the fifth power? It's going to be x to the fourth. Because if you remember, when you multiply exponents together, you add their exponent coefficient. Now let's go to the next one. So now we're subtracting, so we'll do a minus there. And then let's move on to the next one. I have a 20x to the fourth. So 4 times what equals 20? 5, that's right, good job. And then x times what is going to give me x to the fourth? That's right, x to the third, because x to the 1 times x to the third, add the exponents together, equals x to the fourth. Now we have one more here, plus 32x squared, so it's going to be plus, and then 4 times what equals 32? 4 times 8. 4 times 8 equals 32. And then x times what is going to give me x squared? Well, that's pretty easy. X times x equals x squared. You don't have to put the 1 there, just like this 1 is just implied. So there you have it. You have your height times your base equals your volume. So if I was going to write it out completely, I'd say 4x times 7x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 8x equals And then if I multiply them out, I get 4 times 7 is 28. This is just me checking my work. X to the 5th, right? X times x to the 4th to the 5th, minus 5 times 4 is 20. X cubed times x is x to the 4th. And then plus, and then 8 times 4 is 32. X times x is x squared. And look at that, that matches that. So base times height equals volume. And they gave you the base, and he gave you the volume, and you found the height. So I hope that helps. I hope it recorded well. Good to see you. Love you, friend.